We're back! It's time for some more Skybound. On the last episode, we went to the arcade, we went to a jungle, and we went to the Nether. This time we discover that we didn't really need to go to the Nether in the first place, expand our island even further, and build the ultimate chicken farm. So welcome back to another episode of Skybound, and it's been quite a while since I've been on here. It's actually been probably about 10 days, which on the grand scale of things is quite a while for me in Minecraft, but that's because I've been working hard on Truly Bedrock videos. We've also launched another server onto our multi-bid, which is our community server network. So yeah, lots has been going on. If you do want to check that out, by the way, do jump in the Discord, see what's going on, and you can come play with us. However, we've also been doing some little bits over here between episodes regardless, and that's mainly just been adding more and more dirt and grass. I wanted to expand this area, and that's exactly what I've done. And I've also upgraded my gear a little bit. We did a little bit of fishing. But the most important discovery we made was these little fellas. These are soul sand chickens, and it turns out that these, when you sieve the soul sand, give you netherite bits. Netherite scraps? I think that's what they're called. And obviously we can use them to make netherite ingots, and that would have been a much easier way than blowing up the entire nether. Not as fun though, am I right? So we do of course still have a bunch of quests to do as well. We have a mushroom cow that was on the island. I think he came out of a lucky block. So yeah, there's been a few developments, but as I say, nothing too major, and you haven't missed out on any of the quests. Don't panic, I've just been doing all the grind work really. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is to claim this quest, which is of course just to make some compressed gravel, which I think we pretty much did in the first episode, but that was the mission for it. So it looks like the next quest is to make a block compressor, which sounds like a lot of fun, and although we do have plans for what we want to do on today's episode, I think maybe we should start with a few of these quests, otherwise we're never going to get through them. So the block compressor will automatically compress blocks when you throw or drop 9 of the correct block types into it. That could actually be quite handy. And that could be especially useful for these soul sand chickens, because we can actually sieve compressed soul sand, and that's going to make our lives a lot easier. And the reward for this is 4 ink sacks, which seems a little bit lame, but I'm sure there's a reason. So let's go make ourselves a block compressor, and I'm fairly sure the sensitivity on my mouse has been adjusted. It seems a little bit higher than usual. I keep spinning a lot further than I intend to. A minor issue that's easily rectified. So a block compressor looks fairly straightforward to make. I don't think we're going to have any issues making one of these. And there we go, a block compressor. That looks well cool. I like that. So we can claim that reward, and the next one is to make some conveyor belts, and they sound like a lot of fun as well. But first thing I want to do is try out this block compressor. So we need to power it first. So let's give that some power. That is very cool. I like. And do we just throw these at it? Oh, look at that. Okay, so what happens if we chuck a whole stack at it? Oh, nice. It just works through it. Oh, that's cool. Ah, creepy Victorian dude's back. I see you, buddy. I see you. And I think this time I'll actually be able to get the leads from the bats. Excellent. Quick, kill him. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I forgot he actually talks. Feel slightly worse now. But that's not what we should be getting distracted by. So this thing is actually very cool. And I reckon if we were to attach that to our cobble generator as well, that could be pretty good, because we can have it generate cobble, crush it down into gravel, and then convert it into stacked blocks. That could be very useful indeed. Stacked blocks? I meant compressed blocks. You know what I mean. But I don't think we've got space here to do that, which means we're going to need to build a section for this just on its own up here somewhere. But we've got plenty of space, so we could make some land available. I don't know, maybe over here we can have a cobble generator right in the middle, compressing the blocks for us and so on. I don't know. We'll come back to it. That is not our plan for today's episode. I may, however, do a couple more quests, because if we can get conveyor belts and figure out how they work as well, this could actually work to our advantage. Okay, so we've made some conveyor belts. I mean, does it matter what direction you put stuff in? Does that work? Seems to work. So if we chuck stuff on here, hey, look at that. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. So if loads of gravel goes into it from the back like that, sits on the conveyor belt, gets pulled in, and then gets converted into compressed. Ah, more automation. Excellent stuff. As I say, for now, we're going to take this down. We will come back to this a little bit later on, I think. Okay, I'm going to need a pickaxe for that. That's going to take forever. But I'm still going to come over here and complete the quest, because we get a hopper, a storage upgrade, and a power token. That all sounds useful. Let's stop playing with machines and get back to nature. Visit the florist villager and buy a mortar and pestle. Okay, that sounds like something nice and simple we can do. Let's quickly offload these conveyor belts and extra bits we've got. So it turns out we already had a pestle and mortar in our storage, which is probably something we got out of one of the loot boxes. But we've completed that quest already without even having to leave the area. And that gives us some super fertilizer and sunflower. I do already have super fertilizer, but we've not used it yet. So you have everything to make a giant sunflower. Place the sunflower down, then use the super fertilizer to make it grow huge. Once it is grown, harvest the yellow petal blocks. Okay. So we're gonna make a giant sunflower. Should we just do this over here? So we do that, and then we do that. Jeez. What? What? That is... What? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. But it said I had to cut it down. I mean, what do I use to cut it down? Do I use an axe? I don't really have an axe. Let's make an axe. But before I even do that, I have to know. I found a couple of other flowers that I have. Does it do it with these as well? Ah, it does. How cool is this? And this one? Oh, no, it doesn't seem to do it on that one. Maybe I need more fertilizer, which is something I do have. So let's see if we can get some more out of this. Is this going to grow? Maybe it's too close to stuff. Does it need loads of space, maybe? Nope, this one just doesn't seem to do anything. Oh well. But either way, that is very cool. Giant flowers and some new blocks. What are these blocks? Oh, okay. These are the stem blocks. So there was a door over in the market that was made of stem. There was a stem door. So this must be how you get those. That's cool. A new building block. In fact, a whole bunch of them. They all seem to be new. So we've got some petal blocks as well. Very nice. It also appears that the axe is perfectly fine for chopping these down, which is nice. Well, we've done that, so we'll claim the rewards, and we can use it on just about any flower or crop. Try it on these melon seeds. Well, that sounds like fun. We're going to need a hoe to be able to plant these, though. So let's hoe a bit of the ground, plant the melon seeds, and super fertile. Whoa, okay. I mean, I knew it was going to be a giant melon, but I didn't expect it to push me out of the way. Okay, that's cool. Oh, and look at the inside. Oh, look at these blocks. These are cool. They make a disgusting sound, but they're very cool. Oh, I like this. I'm going to quickly collect all these melons as I've already half destroyed the thing. So as I'm cutting this down, I will tell you something else I want to do this episode is a lot of fishing. There's so many different fishing zones, and I need to make sure that we go and check them all out. So at random points during this episode, you're probably going to see clips of me just fishing somewhere different. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. As I say, there's quite a lot of fishing areas to go. But just standing there fishing is going to be the most boring content in the world, so I don't really know how that's going to work. Maybe we could just do a fishing montage at the end and I can flick through all the different zones that we visited throughout the episode. I honestly don't know. I don't really know what to expect. The first zone that we've been to was pretty good. The beach obviously looked really nice, but there's like loads of other zones to go to. So I've cleared out my inventory a little bit, and let's go for the next quest. So, we have used it on just about everything, and we get a rare loot key and a purple prize box. Ooh. So sticking with the nature theme, we need to try and make a cow in a jar. I see a convenient cow very nearby. However, we do actually already have a cow in a jar. We got that in, I think, possibly the first loot crate we opened, or the first box we opened, and he's been sitting up here on our shelf for quite a while. So if I just pick that up... Nope, that's not going to work. Am I going to need to make a new one? Well, it appears I am, but I reckon with a few of these tools, we can make it happen. So, you, sir cow, come here. So we need a piece of glass, and then we need some blocks, I guess. Yes, that's it. Go stand up there. Go on, go stand up there. You know you want to. If you go stand on that piece of glass for me, we can be best friends forever. Quite literally. Maybe if I was to do this, he'll jump on. Yes, look at that. Okay, and then we get an anvil. No, come back. Yep, that's it. Yeah, get an anvil. I'm gonna go a couple of blocks higher. It's not that I don't trust him, but, well, I don't trust him. Let's give this a go. Ha! Look at that. Cow in a jar. So now we can make as many friends as we like, which is good to know. Where do I want to put this one, Mini Dan? Where do I put him? I don't have a lot of space left. I guess the pickles, you're going to have to go. Well, that was a lot of fun. What have we got? We got another rare loot key, a lucky block, and some gold coins. So I think that's going to do it for quests for now, but another lucky block. Oh dear. Right, let's risk this over here, I guess. What are we going to get? Okay. We got a lucky block from our lucky block. Oh, wait a minute. It's because I'm using Silk Touch. Let's not use the Silk Touch. We didn't get anything from our lucky block. I mean, it's better than a bad thing, I suppose, but sadness. Maybe the purple prize box will cheer us up. What's this got in it? Ooh, fancy things. Another cow in a jar. So we've got some frames. We've got a poster. We've got a recycling bin. We got a sofa. Oh, look at that. Oh, and we can sit on it as well. We are moving up in the world. Free Billy. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's very cool. And a recycle bin as well. We'll make sure not to put the loot keys in it this time. But that's an epic loot key. We should get some very cool stuff from this, potentially. But I'm going to add this to my stash of keys, because from going fishing, we are going to earn quite a lot of keys. And we'll probably just do a massive loot box session at some point in the future. So there's another cow. And if I remember correctly, I'm sure you can change the cows. I know you can do that. You can change it to that cow by giving it a red mushroom. I wonder, would giving it a brown mushroom do something different? Do I even have any brown mushrooms? Would that enable us to get a brown cow in a jar? I don't know, but I think the red mushroom turns it into a mushroom. Yep, like that. Does normal wheat turn it back to a normal cow? No. Does milk turn it back to a normal cow? Yes, okay, so milk turns it to a cow. Red mushroom turns it to mushroom. So I would assume brown mushroom is going to turn it into a brown mushroom, which will give us suspicious stew, I think. Something like that. I don't know. But we are starting to get way too distracted. We're getting massively off course here with what our original plan was. Let's just dump these dyes in there. So I think it's about time we consider our chickens. I want to try and get better stuff from them. I mean, we've got most of the chickens, but they're all just jammed into one pod at the moment, and everything's going into here. So I think I want to have them in individual chambers. We want to have a big sorting system for them. And ones like this, I want to be able to auto-compress what they produce. So we have quite the task ahead of us. With that in mind, we should probably make a start. So we've got a whole bunch of wood that we've been collecting from our botany pots. This is probably going to come in handy. We'll just kind of make this up as we go along, no doubt. And we also need a bunch of iron, which we should have over here. And then we'll use that iron to make a whole bunch of hoppers. So we also need a bunch of glass, but conveniently we have glass chickens, so we've got loads of that going. And I think I might dye this. Yep, I think we've got plenty of bones. That should be easy enough to do. So because these chickens are so loud, I think I want to build this away from my main base area, or at least where my main storage is at the moment. So I might actually build the chickens up here. We can probably come up with something that will allow us to house them all. Although at this stage, we don't actually know how many different chicken pods we're going to need, because there's already a whole bunch in here, and we haven't even unlocked them all yet. So maybe we should spend a bit of money unlocking them? Maybe? Howdy. He does need a lot of levels, though. That's going to be a lot of chickens. We've got a reasonable amount of coins spare, so we can probably buy as many as we can and at least see if we can try and get a better idea of how many chickens he has. Okay, so it looks like I've just spent all that money for absolutely no reason, because it turns out that was actually at the top levels. So how many do we have? 15. There are 15 different types of chickens. We're going to need 15 pods. So now we know what we're working with. I'm going to spend a bit of time coming up with a nice design for our chickens. I might do 3 separate coops with sort of 5 chickens in each. Make a nice little chicken village over here or something. I don't know. I'm just talking at this stage. Who knows what's going to happen? I'll bring you back in once I've got something to show you. And something to show you I have got. And it's not these bees chilling on the couch with a horse and me sitting on it. This is all a very strange situation. But if we look behind us, look at that. What a monstrosity. So this massive building here is purely for 15 different chicken types. That's literally it. But I got a little bit carried away. I quite like how it's come out. And let's have a little look around on the inside. I also found some benches in a box. So yeah, we can sit on benches as well as sofas now. But it's actually the next day in real life. I've done lots of fishing in the meantime, and yeah, it's pretty boring to watch the fishing. Not great content. So we'll figure something out for that still. But if we go onto the inside here, in fact, I might actually release the other bees before we do that. We do want more bees up the front here to make it look a little bit better. So can I do this without punching them? Look at that, perfect. So after that slight distraction, when we go in here, we've actually got a bunch of chests which collect all the items from all the chickens, and these have been slowly filling up, which is marvelous. We've got some around here as well. These are the ones that are more likely to be able to be compressed. I was going to automate it, but then I changed my mind because I couldn't really figure out a nice way of doing it in here just yet, so we might come back to that, but we can just chuck stuff over here and get the compressed blocks anyway. That's absolutely fine. They're both working and spinning around and stuff, which is a bit weird. Sometimes it's best not to ask questions, but that means we can easily compress the soul sand, and then of course we can sieve it and get all the lovely things from it. And on this side we have iron, gold, emerald, bones, and ice. If we go up the stairs here, we've got another bench and a little wilderness bit, because I didn't really know what to do with the space, to be perfectly honest, but we have all of our chickens. Lovely, lovely chickens with lots of space, as you can see. So there was no need for an auto sorter or anything like that. I've literally just got them dumping their stuff straight into the chests. No pun intended. But overall, I'm very pleased with that. We do still have a bit of texturing to do. I was hiding the sides from you. Look, the sides are very bland and boring. And the roof, of course, still needs a bit of texturing as well. But that's something I'll do between episodes, because sadly, that's all we've got time for today. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.